Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to our series of tutorial on current affairs. We have discussed different issues, topics of the current affairs so far. We have talked about the Iran nuclear deal and then the uh, Americans who came in the Republican president of USA, Donald Trump, uh, announced against the deal and left the agreement. All the European Union and China, Russia, and the other nations still want to stick to it. And then we've seen that the second presidential election for Donald Trump was a failure for him. He could not succeed there. And Joe Biden took him over. So a Democratic president has been installed in USA, and they've been working on the, the deal. In fact, what have I seen that whether Trump was in favor of the deal or against the deal, the Trump issues have also entangled itself in Middle East. The first international trip as American president by Donald Trump was to a Middle East nation. It was to Saudi Arabia. And then, of course, he went to Israel and the other parties. And he has tried to strike a deal in Middle East. Some people say that it was Trump's deal of the century. Although many people don't agree to it, so do I. But anyhow, if Trumps want to put it as the deal of the century, we also caption it as the deal of the century. And Trump has got his own ideas to impose in Middle East. And let's go through Trump's deal of the century. Can the US plan for Middle East deliver peace? This year, I'm talking about 2018, in fact, 5 years ago. So the year 2018 has been full of speculation about what Trump's deal of the century for Israel Palestine peace might look like. Even though Trump's officials have given away nothing publicly in the plans, that contours are already evident. What is thus far known goes something like this: Jerusalem, which was recently shuffled, is now completely off the table. Thus, an eventual Palestinian state would be carved from half of the West Bank, Gaza Strip, with the capital scrambled together from villages and communities surrounding the old city, and sovereignty over the Palestinians in the occupied territories will be either divided or shared among Israel, Jordan, and Egypt. This is the deal that has been sealed by these regional players, as well as Saudi Arabia, the UAE, the United States, and of course, the greatest of the beneficiaries are the Israelis. And his implementation has begun with the shifting of US Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Well, United States, or should I say Donald Trump, or should I say the Republican Party, has in fact granted yet another support in favor of the Israeli lobbies to allow and rather enforce it to make their own way. The deal of the century that President Trump has promised will resolve the Arab Israeli conflict may be easily dismissed in the terms of its substance, considering the extremist views of its authors, but it will have to be dealt with eventually, one way or another. For the past 18 months, the president's senior advisor and son in law, Jared Kushner, along with his cohorts, ambassadors to Israel, David Friedman and the Middle East Special Envoy Jason Greenblatt have been preparing the grounds for a great bargain between Israel and moderate Arab regimes, notably Egypt, Saudi Arabia, one that would end the Palestinian problem, allow for the normalization of the relations, and pave the way for a new strategic alignment against struggling Iran.